Buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, because tonight, live in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all music and wrestling matters, Sportswire Radio is going to be an emotional one because tonight is the 1 year anniversary of the passing of the one and only Kumi, who meant so much to us here at Wrestling Zero and meant so much to the wrestling community. Tonight, we will honor her, but also talk about what happened here. Earlier today was supposed to be about final redemption. It was supposed to have been a final redemption for an OGS, Yoshimatsu Matsuda, who was finally able to regain those ashes of his beloved Kumi. But yet a Hellraiser came in the way and shocked everybody with his heinous actions here these last few weeks in Wrestling Zero. And we're left wondering, where do we go from here with the OGS Yoshimatsu Matsuda? Where do we go from here after a Hellraiser-like performance from Tom Hennigan? We'll also talk about it's the end of the road for now from Jay Ryan. And after his impressive performance in the BWDU versus Wrestling Zero show, where it was a draw poetically, but Jay Ryan got that victory over the one and only Ace Reed. We'll talk about what's next for Jay Ryan. We'll also bring up the likes of Robbie Ryan. We'll talk about Nate Ryan, but we'll most certainly talk about someone that meant so much to us here on Sportswire Radio in Kumi. It was Kumi's dream to present Wrestling Zero with this story, this idea. And when we saw that speech earlier today that Mr. Matsuda had given, it was emotional, it was heartfelt, and it was gut-wrenching just to hear that story and how long it played out. And seeing Jay Ryan here on the screen with us earlier today and just how that played out. But yet Tom Hennigan spoiled what was supposed to have been a special night where we were to get that final redemption. We're all looking for answers. We're going to get some questions, and we're going to get those answers from Yoshimatsu Matsuda tonight. But before we do that, we must give Yoshimatsu Matsuda that long-awaited introduction to a platform that he, alongside Wrestling Zero, have most certainly helped build, Sportswire Radio. And we will also have some things as well to present to Wrestling Zero, and especially Kumi. And we'll even talk about that Wrestling Zero Hall of Fame ceremony, which certainly had everybody talking about that speech, and certainly a few pipe bombs in between since then with OJ Ryan. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to start this show off here in style on Sportswire Radio, the number one global radio station where all music and wrestling matters. So with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report, number one global sports show. A man for over 16 years has been at the forefront of the backyard and the underground wrestling circuit. Entertainer extraordinaire, musician, actor, and the man behind one of the premier companies around in all of backyard and underground wrestling history today, Wrestling Zero. His name is simply put, the GS. Yoshimatsu Matsuda! The OGS has hair! My friend! How away! Dude, wait! That's not Yoshimatsu. That's Jay Ryan! The legendary Jay Ryan, who just famously for now seems to have went on top here in Wrestling Zero. And Mr. Ryan, how are we doing?
Yeah, not too bad. I just thought, surprise the fans. Don't worry. I know you're all looking forward to having the boss on tonight. It's not a complete fake out.
No, I believe you. I believe you. And certainly it's great to be you. And there he is! There he is! It's Matsuda! The Matsuda Syndicate is here! They are here! Whoa! Wow, here we go! Yoshi, how are we doing? And boy, I mean, I know a lot of emotions here today, but it's good to have you back on Sportswire. And, how are we doing tonight? Yes, you take that water because I know there's been an emotional roller coaster ride here today.
やばいだ。なんでを辛い。何ですか?
And obviously, this is an emotional moment here.
An emotional night. It's because it's
Very
an emotional night. He's gonna be speaking. Well, what the traditional language tonight.
So you'll obviously be here as a translator. Thank you, Jay, for doing that. And if you are here for the first time, and it's been 3 months since we've had Wrestling Zero coverage on Sportswire, since when Jay Ryan was here, when he won those Wrestling Zero championships everybody has talked about here. But there it is. You can go out there and check out Wrestling Zero on YouTube. Hit that sub button for me. Please support Wrestling Zero and all the great things that Wrestling Zero has to offer. We're obviously certainly happy to have the Prince of Destruction, Jay Ryan, here with us, alongside the OGS Yoshimatsu Matsuda. And I guess then I have to ask that question, since Mr. Ryan will be with us tonight for translations. I mean, Mr. Matsuda, where do we go from here after what happened at the end of Final Redemption?
Give me 1 second, please.
Obviously, yes, we know this is an emotional evening, and I know after what happened, we will put that footage up here certainly to remind, and obviously just we want to thank everybody for being so patient. Please be here to hit that sub button for us when it comes to Wrestling Zero, and we would really, really appreciate that. Yes, and we agree, Caps Lock's defiant for Yoshi Chance. Yes, thank you, Austin Edwards, for the loud Yoshi Chance, and just, people are just wondering, where do we go from here? Yes.
負けたばかり最高だった。
I just lost. It was the worst.
I know, so difficult. We just thought, to me, this would have been a no-brainer after what that Hellraiser Tom Hennigan did. Just, we would have thought. Yoshi always finds a way, always finds that inner strength, even with the injuries. Fighting with one arm, fighting with everything that he's had to deal with injury-wise. But we just would have thought Kumi would have propelled Mr. Matsuda to get back those ashes, but it wasn't meant to be.
私はすべてを捧げた。私の地獄され、不名誉にされたあれだ。これは彼女を愛で私のナルティ、ナルギさえきた。
I gave it my all. I was disgraced and dishonored. He hit me with her ashes.
What has gotten into Tom Hennigan? I mean, just the last few weeks here in Wrestling Zero, I just did not expect this man who's turned into a Hellraiser, figuratively and literally. I can't believe what these actions from Tom Hennigan of late. I know, obviously, it's Mr. Matsuda is just for a loss of words, because we're all at a loss of words of what Tom Hennigan has become. I mean, just these last few weeks, it's just, he even said him and the ashes of Kumi would take over here in Wrestling Zero. And that's just, I never would have thought that, especially the history between Mr. Matsuda, Mr. Hennigan, the long-standing history, and I'm at a loss of words when it comes to it, you know?
はい。囲碁ばかりでも3ページと誓って彼は遊んだ。
Ego. All ego. But unlike Ethan Page, he is a loss.
Just for what? I mean, why does he want possession of something that's not his? It's not his. I'm completely taken back by his actions of late and just why he wants the ashes of Kumi, who has meant so much, and especially so much to you, Mr. Matsuda. I know, it's just so difficult here, and I apologize.
彼は私をトンメントでは神の権威をよってしおり知ったかかいです。
Because he won it by the right of a weak gods at my tournament.
Just heartbreaking. Just obviously, just I mean, and we're watching the footage here, and this is just a war. And if you want to relive Wrestling Zero footage, I would highly recommend you do so and hit that sub button for us here, because Wrestling Zero is certainly one of the premier companies around. We will do our best to honor Kumi's legacy, but just so disappointed for you, Mr. Matsuda. I am so disappointed because of just what the actions of a man, especially how it started, where we honored Kumi and we had the Wrestling Zero Hall of Fame presentation, and then just I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I guess the question is going to be is, physically, how are you feeling right now? You went through so many injuries. You're back in Zero and fighting with one arm. I mean, how are you feeling right now, health-wise?
私の心は違い流し、涙を流し、彼女は私を呼ぶか。私もその仕事を愛することができない。
My heart bleeds. It weeps. She calls for me, yet I can't do the job.
It's just, I understand. I mean, listen, it's just, maybe I don't understand, but I understand in that you thought, as you've always found a way in your amazing career, that you would be that OGS. You would be that man that has led time and time again by example. But just look at this man. He's on a different level right now. That's all I could say about Tom Hennigan. I know you've been out there so many times with him in the past, the Hellraiser Tom Hennigan, but I guess the only thing I could say is maybe he's just the best he's been in the ring. Maybe that's what it is, and that's just sometimes you just can't overcome somebody who's at the top of their game.
僕は以前の半分の弟だ。
Oh, look at this
で
painful
もも
lady.
ちど復讐です。勝つか去るかそれだけだ。
Just
I'm
painful
half
watching
the
this.
man I was, but I will get my vengeance one more time. I will win or leave. That's
Wait.
it.
Did you just say, Mr. Ryan, on behalf of Mr. Matsuda, that Mr. Matsuda will
なんで
win back?
なんで
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen here, this is just riveting. And this is just a first here in Sportzwire. Yes.
私は自ら言う意味です。
No, I meant I am injured.
Yes, we knew that. I mean, obviously, but I think we implied that you will eventually win back those ashes and that urn of Kumi, or you will leave. But I have a feeling that you'll fight, even with everything you've got in that other arm. I mean, you're gonna have no choice. But just listen, this is not fully your fault, Mr. Matsuda, because I mean, no man could escape this. Look at, he's got you in the center of the ring. I mean, listen, some of us would be dead right now. We would be we would have a funeral right now. If it was me or anybody else, we would be dead right now. The fact that you're even here standing and even alive right now is just, I mean, and a miracle in itself.
だよって肩でやってもう自信ねぶ座薬をプレててどのように見せます
Even with one arm, I'll make the Jiva convention look
Oh man, but just unfortunately the winner here of this match was Tom the Hellraiser Hennigan, and just he has just been on, I don't know what's gotten into this man, but he right now holds possession, sadly, of the ashes of the great Kumi, and Jay Ryan is leaving there, and I'm not quite sure where he's going, but I hope that he comes back, and yeah, just this footage, I mean, it's too much for us here to bear. Too much for us to bear. We're going to put that back to the side. People want to talk to you, Mr. Matsuda. We'll give them that opportunity shortly. Plus, we've got a couple of things, but just all I could say again, and this is, as one of the commissioners of Zero, I'm just so sorry. Maybe we should suspend Tom Hennigan. Do you want to have him suspended? Maybe you no, you don't want him to get suspended? No, we can do that.
I'll speak your tongue for once.
I
don't want him suspended.
Why not?
Because my loss, the final redemption was my own loss. And like I said earlier this week, I still have family regardless of loss. No matter what I do, I'll always have people around me. My failure is my failure for a reason. And I didn't get the job done because I'm half the man I was. I am half the man I will be, all because I was angry, I was distracted, and I let his games get into my mind. But I won't let it get to me any further. I hurt, I yearn, I bleed for this. But every time I step up, I'm knocked back. But like they said last year, the OGS is just a foolish man. But like they said, foolish people with nothing to lose are most dangerous.
And you know what? And I completely understand that. And, and obviously this is the Instagram page of Wrestling Zero. And just, again, this is the 1 year passing of Kumi and Kono Kumi. And obviously a very emotional episode here tonight. And just, obviously, we're just heartbroken and devastated for Mr. Matsuda. And obviously, there is Jay Ryan's picture, and he's our Wrestling Zero champion. And Jay, I guess since I had you here for a minute, if I could, when you have a chance, Jay.
Jay, actually, Jay, why are you here? So I can.
And Jay, I have to ask you because this was going to be a topic for us tonight. You have obviously announced you'll be stepping away here for the foreseeable future in Wrestling Zero. An amazing run as champion. I remember we had you on here on Sportswire Radio. In fact, I remember it to the day. You were here 3 months ago. And you were here and you had just won the championship. You talked about what a long roller coaster ride you've been on for 2 years, especially the last 9 months between appearances on Sportswire Radio. You have been one of the greatest fighting champions I have ever seen in my career. Arguably maybe the greatest Wrestling Zero champion of all time. But I have to ask you about stepping away from Wrestling Zero for the foreseeable future and just how are you feeling about that decision?
Sorry, I didn't hear that last part, sorry.
So, obviously, the news that everyone's talked about here in the backyard and Underground Wrestling Circuit is that you have stepped away from Wrestling Zero for the foreseeable future and just wanted to get your feelings on that decision.
Right there.
Hello. 1 second.
Oh! The boys are back! The boys are back in town! It's Robbie Ryan! It's Robbie Ryan! Robbie Ryan's back on Sportswire! Oh my God! There is hope! We've got friends! Mr. Matsuda is not down out after all. He's got Robbie Ryan and Jay Ryan here. Maybe after all, come hell or high water, he will fight for Kumi's memory. He will fight for those ashes. And Tom Hennigan, you haven't seen anything coming yet because the boys are back in town.
No, he hasn't seen anything yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I stepped away, and I'm going to tell you that. I stepped away, put myself in retirement because Something that you boys don't know, no one knows. His boys were the ones that put me on the bench.
You don't know the Red Wonder and the little lackeys, Anubis and Angabanga Bandi, his little lapdogs. And we worked that out months ago.
They put me on the bench. And yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll stay in retirement. Or maybe, Hennigan, after what you did, you stabbed me in the back, sending your boys after me. You couldn't even stand and hit me by yourself because you know why? I stood against Matsuda and won. You know I'm not on the same level I was a year ago. You were worried. So you had to put Jay on the bench. And then you had to make sure Yoshi was on the bench. But you forgot one little thing. Rob Ryan.
Our Wrestling Zero national champion. Ooh, a man who has made a lot of improvements.
Was it mucho?
Sorry, unfortunately, we have to remind everyone that he did lose that title.
He held that championship, though. He held that championship. He knows about winning championships, and he's motivated right now. He's motivated, and he's here for a reason. He's here to fight, and he will not give up.
He's the next contender for the Wrestling Zero Championship.
Oh!
Sure, fired.
Yes, I'm ready for bigger things.
Oh, Robbie Ryan speaks!
Oh, Jay's out. We've got a vacant title, meaning there's going to be matches held for the title. So I'll announce the first match here. You were talking about Ace Reed.
Yes.
It'll be Robbie Ryan, Ace Reed on Stampede to decide who goes.
Oh, and we just saw. Listen, Jay Ryan and Ace Reed had one of the matches of the year, and just an emotional match in its own right, which obviously showed why BWDU and also Wrestling Zero had a draw. Thanks to Jay Ryan and obviously coming through big.
With me and Ace.
Indeed.
Well, Robbie Ryan and Ace Reed's going to be a barn burner. I mean, we know what Ace Reed has been doing. I mean, I can't wait to see that match. That's a championship match anywhere. That's pay-per-view, PLE.
ちょっと待って。すみません。残党は死にました。あなたがの小さなヘルファイルクラブ。天然だ日本人の私を嫌いのようにそ滅する人でしょう。
The remnant is dead. Your little
and we saw. Listen, I was shocked at what happened with Lance Malu
in 2024.
Their little Hellfire Club, whatever it's called, they took out Malu. They took out my men. Are you still feeling okay?
Sickening. That was sickening. That attack on Lance Malu was sickening there. Fellas, that attack was sickening. That was sickening, that attack. And then how about what Robbie Ryan went through there? Oh, my goodness.
I apologize. I'm sorry I didn't come to your aid.
Oh, that's fine.
I was biting my tongue. Oh, payback. Oh, I want to see this.
Got something to say. Hennigan, Ungabunga, Bundy, Anubis, Red Wonder. Just a little warning.
Didn't I bury Red Wonder at Open Doors?
Yeah, well, just a little warning. If I ever step into your little club again, if you ever come face to face as a competitor, oh, Jay's coming back. You will see the reason why my name is the Destruction. Exactly.
The Prince of
You won't
Destruction.
see me because
the
guess
Prince
what?
of Destruction.
Guess what? I have done a lot of what you can't do. You can't beat him. No offense, boss, but I have. You can't beat Ace. I did.
I can't beat Ace.
I was talking about them.
Okay, good. Because I was going to be like, I did pinfall victory over
No. We don't want to see a heated discussion between you two guys in that way. We know what Jay was saying. Jay's been an amazing competitor here these past weeks. What he did to Ace Reed certainly shows why Ace Reed, forget about him. It's about Tom Hennigan. It's about what Tom Hennigan has done to Robbie Ryan. I feel so bad for you in that attack, but I know that people need to follow Wrestling Zero. They need to follow. But, I'm going to come back to some of it, but I have to present a few things to Wrestling Zero, and I think it's the right time now. I know people will get to you in this chat, but I want to make this official. And I know it's been a roller coaster ride for you three men, and especially you, Mr. Matsuda, especially after everything you went through to fight back to get those ashes from Tom Hennigan of the memory of Kumi. But I think it's so fitting to do the first of two things here. First, Wrestling Zero, Sportswire Radio, Hall of Fame. That's number one. That's number one. Wrestling Zero in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. And we'll make sure that management gets this. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet because Wrestling Zero has meant so much to this platform. But truly, there was one person who meant so much to the wrestling community, and especially Wrestling Zero. And I think there could be no better way, and no fitting way to permanently remember her by inducting her into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. And Konan Kumi, we're definitely smiling and carrying your legacy and your memory here. And you are now in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. We will make sure that this is presented to the right, proper authorities. And this, we will make sure Tom Hennigan doesn't get. We will make sure that Tom Hennigan doesn't have possession of this certificate. Because there can't be no other way than putting Kumi in that Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame here tonight on the 1 year passing. And we will always remember Kumi here. And every November 18th, we will honor the memory of Kona Kumi here on Sportswire Radio. And congratulations to the family of Kumi. Congratulations to the Wrestling Zero locker room. And like I said, we will make sure that the Hellraiser Tom Hennigan does not get this certificate. We will certainly make sure that this is transported properly to the proper authorities so they can receive this, and so the honor and legacy of Kumi continues.
Indeed. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, and obviously we'll make sure to get this on the screen. Thank you. Thank you so much for all you do, fellas. And please follow Wrestling Zero here on Instagram. And yes, Yoshi, 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 Yoshi. I'm with Zilla on that. Zilla's been waiting for months to see Yoshi. And yes, thank you, Austin Edwards. Yoshi, 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 Yoshi. I mean, the chants are deafening here tonight for those Yoshi chants. And yes, thank you, Austin McCoy. Woohoo, Yoshi, 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 Yoshi. Thank you, Yoshi. Thank you, Yoshi. And obviously, I know this has been such a difficult evening, but just, to have you here tonight and just, I just know that you're not going to let this go lying. You're going to fight Tom Hennigan. You're going to fight him in any way. You've got to keep fighting.
I will. Because that's all I can do. I've always been a fighter. Always been a fighter.
That's it. All you can do.
Everyone's always questioned what I've done. Everyone's questioned everything that I've gone through. Yet every time I rise, I always prove my doubters wrong. And I believe this is around the same time last year I was on my way out.
You were.
We all know that retirement thing was all a play on story. It was to confuse everyone.
You've got to keep fighting anyway. You can now. You have to fight. You have to fight come hell or high water because there's something bigger than your in-ring career, your championships, the Matsuda clan, the Sin.
All my wife.
Yes, exactly. This is now about Kumi. This is bigger than that. This is no longer about wrestling. This is no longer about wins and losses. This is no longer about championships. This is no longer about all the blood, sweat, and tears you've put in this to make Wrestling Zero what it is today. Now this is about fighting for Kumi. This is above anything being a squared competitor in that squared circle. We thought you and Hennigan had at least a friendship, a mutual respect, and an understanding. But that's all thrown out the window. This is more than personal. This is about blood. Literally now about blood. Yes, and I understand.
Kuregai, Seishin, そして力に全てです。そよさだけで、人分ではありません。
This is about love, about spirit, about power. Strength alone is not enough.
Well, obviously, no. That's a good point. That listen, obviously you've gone through so much, and just I know this is an emotional evening here tonight. Thank you, Zilla, for giving us that level-headed comment here just now, and they definitely deserve it. And we're just it's an emotional evening tonight, an emotional roller coaster that you're going through here, and just to have you here and your long way to return to Sportswire Radio, and just that man Hennigan, I just don't know what is going through his mind to do what he did, even to Robbie Ryan. I mean, my heart was Robbie Ryan could have died out there. No, Robbie, I'm so glad you're alive, because what Hennigan was doing to you, I don't even know if I want to play that footage, which is going on for minutes. He wouldn't stop. This man certainly, we may have need the authorities to stop him at this point, Hennigan.
Yeah, I was only out there to challenge someone, and
I know, he came out of nowhere.
Went me.
強さは強さは自尊心ではなく高いによってられるもんだと気づいた。彼の太ったイタリアとの解読なぐらね両親は彼に好きできなくぬるだるわ。
And just there's that footage there, just senseless attack, a beating, heinous. This was a heinous attack. I mean, my goodness.
Not by ego. He's Italian. His fat Italian face will be beaten so bad his parents won't recognize him.
Oh my God!
I'll switch.
That stuff we hear
switch
from
to English.
Of Denzel Washington
switch to
playing the
English.
character in The Equalizer, John Wick and John Wick. I mean, Yoshimatsu Matsuda is channeling those men, and boy, I wouldn't want to be Tom Hennigan if that's going to be the case. Just what this man is doing, innocently to Robbie Ryan.
This Tanto will be the equalizer in this war.
Oh!
You've seen what happened to Red Wonder when his blade crashed against his spirit. I won. I didn't pull this blade against Hennigan at Final Redemption because I had honor. But he has no honor. So instead, I'm going to forego that honor and be the OGS of old. I will end him with a whirlwind thunder at New Dawn. Yes, that's right, Hennigan. You want your match. You said this isn't over. So I'm challenging you again. New Dawn. I want you in a feudal warfare rules match. No rules. No stoppages. Only thing is you fight with honor. And if you have any shred of honor left, I want to face you for her. And if I lose, I will leave. I will leave for good, never to be seen again. Everyone has questioned my legitimacy. Everyone has questioned my power. But now I am fired up beyond comprehension. My spirit is stronger than it has ever been. My resolve will be unstoppable. You want the best, Yoshimatsu Matsuda. You are getting the best. I am now a different man than what I was at Revolution. He can attest to it. I am a one-armed beast, the one-armed dragon of Otsushiga Prefecture, Japan. I am the ghost of Kansai, as per named by Mariko Sato. The GOAT, the OGS, the unstoppable. The last time you see me will be with her ashes raised upon my head in victory. As I place her where she belongs, upon the throne, aside me as I stand tall. So Hennigan, if you're half the man that I know you could be, accept my challenge at New Dawn. Fight me. Because if you want the best Yoshimatsu Matsuda, you're going to get him. One-armed or not, I will break you in half. And yes, make the Geneva Convention look like a playdate. I will make Hiroshima and Nagasaki look like accidents. I will make all of the tragedies and war crimes committed by my people look like nothing. I will be the worst thing Japan has seen since the Sengoku period.
Oh, no, don't go there. Don't go there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's coming soon. New Dawn, Feudal Warfare, Yoshimatsu Matsuda, and the Hellraiser, Tom Hennigan. One more time. No
Hey,
rule,
no.
no nothing.
That's if this fool accepts my challenge, because we know he won't. We know he's scared. He humiliated me, yes, and I'm disgraced, but you know what that does to a man like me, Tom. We've known each other for a long time.
Yes,
You've
sir.
seen me at my worst and at
Yes,
my
sir.
best.
Yes, I have.
Let's just say all of this stuff I could say will not amount to what I would do to him. I have my face painted, mind you. I'm in war mode. Look, my Kobun are gone. I have my retainers once again. What he doesn't realize is I'm at the throne of Shogun without her ashes or not. I rule this world. I'm choked up, trying not to cry because I know that my resolve will win her back. No matter what I do, I will love her. I will fight for her. I will give it my all. Because at the end of it, if I have to leave because I can't get the job done, no one will. It's my goal to retain her. Not theirs. It's not their responsibility. It is mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a roller coaster day of emotions here in Wrestling Zero, and especially for the OGS, Yoshimatsu Matsuda, but he's not going out like that. He is rather defiant and telling you right now in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all music and wrestling matters, that he will go one more time with that Hellraiser Tom Hennigan. If he wants it, and he will go and get those ashes back of the beloved Konakumi, because he cannot let it stand to what happened, even with one arm, even with the state he's in. It's not going to happen like that. Feudal warfare, forget about the Geneva Conventions. There will be no rules because Yoshimatsu Matsuda will find a way. He has no other way. Because to quote one name that's coming on here next week, there can't be no other way. Yoshimatsu Matsuda has to get those ashes, has to fight for that legacy of Kumi. And I could certainly see why Mr. Copper Dragon's fired up, and I don't blame him. And yes, let's go. Let's go.
The dragon's meat. The dragon's meat.
Enter the dragon.
What? That's
The dragon's meat. Now, this is a man that has rated my matches very highly.
Yes, he has, and
Man
he's
I
here.
respect so much in this industry.
A good man.
It's so rare to see the Copper Dragon. Ah, Copper no Ryu. Copper no Ryu. You see, these are the people that I respect, that I love so much in this industry because they don't lie. They don't steal. They don't cheat.
Not like Tom
Unlike
Hennigan, that
Eddie
Hellraiser,
Guerrero.
what he did to you
Yes.
tonight.
Unlike Eddie Guerrero, they are true to themselves. Rest in peace, Eddie. Rest in peace, Eddie. You are the GOAT. But
Yes.
unlike Eddie, they aren't true to themselves. They fail. But Copper Dragon, as a man that I respect very highly. Hey, Copper, please, at New Dawn, please rate my match. I know it's going to be a 10 out of 10, hopefully. I don't even know if you rate it to 10, but
Well, there's some
let's
new
make it the
things
first
I'll
10-star
stay tuned
match.
for.
Look, at the end of it, I think this is my only road left. I know I retired last year, and it was kind of a kayfabe, retirement. I was playing everyone's fool and turned heel and did what I did, and I made my
You did.
mistakes.
Well,
We all
it
make
happens.
mistakes.
Yeah, we make plenty of mistakes. That's okay.
But that whole time she cried out to me, knowing that this was why I did it. I thought power alone was strength, that strength was the ultimate goal, but this man showed me right, the path. to never give up, to find honor. And I lost it. When he beat me for the belt, I went away, I rebuilt, and it looks like that rebuilding did nothing. I'm still the same man I was when I left 4 months ago. So, I'm gonna go away, I'm going to train, and then I'm gonna come back, and I'm going to wreck Tom Hennigan till there's nothing left. Because all he does is yap, 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 yap. All it does is make me look like a man of my word. I failed.
And what he did
I failed.
senselessly to you, Robbie, I'm just so sorry what he did to you, and especially Lance Malu. That was uncalled for, completely uncalled for. Robbie, you were a brave man, is all I could say.
Thank you.
That's okay, Robbie.
Troopers, they fight.
That's all they can do.
They've seen warfare. They've been through hell and back with me. Now, I'm not saying I'm a good guy, that I am going to be a fan favorite, because at the same time, I'm still the same man I left. Don't take me for a fool. All of you at home thinking that I'm just some, I'm the triumphant hero returning. The OGS is simply this. A man who has nothing to lose, a man who will do nothing else but fight for what he rightfully holds dear. I have no remorse, no regard for health, no regard for safety. But, and I won't cry.
Don't cry on here. You are too big of a man. This is not the time for that. You'll get Tom Hennigan back.
Will reclaim her spirit. And I'm not doing it for the fans. I'm not doing it because, they love me. Because at the same time I left, I still have disdain towards them. I'm doing this for her. I don't care if you like me, you hate me. I don't care if you have some vendetta against me because I've said something that pissed you off 2 years ago. Sorry, you can get the button for that.
That's okay. I'll leave that. It wasn't too bad.
I think you will witness what happens when a man of my caliber is pushed into the corner with nothing left to defend himself but his own spirit. You all talk about warriors and how your strength, you're strong, blah. You don't know what warrior spirit looks like. I am the spirit of a warrior son. I am the Naijin of Otsu. The man who was raised in Japan, the man who was taught how to fight in the land of the rising sun. You talk about Japan, but you don't know the spirit and the soul that goes into fighting. All you do is you wrestle on a mat and then criticize me. Have you had your wife stripped from you? Have you had her ashes taken from you on the day that he was meant to hold dear? Have you lost everything because your own foolishness was the catalyst for your downfall? Have you tried to come back and reclaim what you never lost? No, you don't know what hardship and pain looks like. None of you know what this does to a man. All you know is how to chat. Speak, 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 speak. Well, speak to me. The reason no one has shown, the reason Red Wonder got buried at Open Doors, is because you Americans are simply this. All you do is hold your meaningless victories of the past over us. No wonder we don't want to work. No wonder we do not want to fight for you. Because we are simply this. Our own people, our own story, our own spirit. You don't know what it's like to lose everything you hold dear. But Hennigan's about to know what it feels like. Hennigan's about to know what it feels like when the love that he has for this industry, or then that disregard and everything he holds dear is stripped away piece by piece until nothing left but shards of glass and shards of his spirit are left broken in the center of that ring. This is no longer about pain and suffering. It's about me getting my vengeance. But I'll do it the right way. With family.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what. We have certainly ran through quite a night of emotions. And those emotions are about to end, at least knowing that Yoshimatsu Matsuda still has family and still has those beside him, like Robbie Ryan and Jay Ryan. And that Tom Hennigan, your days are numbered. Because you know what? Every man and every dog has its day. And Yoshimatsu Matsuda will fight till he has every last breath in him. Whether you liked him, disliked him, it's not about that anymore. It is about the legacy of Kumi. It is about his wife. It is about the vision and the dream that she created here with Wrestling Zero. And he's fighting for that. He is fighting. He is fighting for more than wins and losses, for a championship. And that's why I'm with Zilla. Don't give up. You've got to keep fighting. And that's why you've got to keep joining us here on Sportswire Radio by hitting that sub button for Wrestling Zero and joining us, because New Dawn is coming soon. And it will be feudal warfare. And there will be no rules. And Yoshimatsu Matsuda will find a way. Forget about what those Geneva conventions once were. Forget about some of the most heinous attacks from the Japanese. Tom Hennigan, this will be nothing that will pale into comparison of this. Nothing compares to what Yoshimatsu Matsuda will do to you coming up real soon. And one more time before we sign off here, it is Wrestling Zero going into that Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. And also for Kumi, even though we wish Kumi was here right now, and we wish that Kumi was continuing to see her story develop, we are going to honor her every November 18th. And we have put her in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. And we'll make sure that this Tom Hennigan does not get hold of. Because we don't want Tom Hennigan to take control of this after what he's already done to Kumi. What he's already done to Kumi's family. And that's the sick part of this, ladies and gentlemen. It's not even about Mr. Matsuda. What Tom Hennigan is doing to the family of Kona Kumi. That's the sick part. It's not even about, like I said, being in that ring, making Mr. Matsuda tap. It's not even about whether you like this man or not. It's about now what he's doing to a family who's been torn apart by losing those ashes. Her memory, her family doesn't get to see them. Who knows what this sick man can do with them? Yoshimatsu Matsuda will fight, and he'll get to the bottom of this, and I promise you, rest assured, come New Dawn, he'll get those ashes come hell or high. Even if he only has one pinky, he'll find a way, and he'll get that power, because he is the OGS after all. Yes, never give up here. Never give up. Don't you ever give up, Mr. Matsuda. Don't you ever give up. And don't you worry about those Americans, those tariffs. We don't agree with those tariffs anyway. So don't you worry about whether the Americans like you or not, because those tariffs are crazy. That's crazy nonsense talk, and not all of us agree with that. But obviously, I know you're a busy man, Mr. Matsuda. Would you like to say anything else here tonight, Mr. Matsuda?
I do.
Yes, sir.
And I have some words to speak. The internet's kind of all over the place at the moment, so I won't hold you too long.
No, it's okay. You can say whatever you want. You're the OG.
We speak our mind, but here is my final words, and I'll leave you with this. This cycle of hatred has continued for too long. Worlds have collided, people have failed. No matter what I do, I continue to get knocked down and held back. The spirit of a warrior has always been called into question. Those who do not live in it and feed on it, worship it and trail it, like madmen and sheep following a shepherd in a flock. My goal is simple. Warfare is the only thing I know. Combat is the only thing I know. But this cycle of hatred will end. I began this cycle of hatred. I will end this cycle of hatred. Even if it costs me my life. So with this, let this be my message. America, I love you. Japan, I love you. All things said and done, Hennigan will never be seen again after New Dawn. This will be the reclamation.
He will never be, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of time. Because Yoshimatsu Matsuda has just said that we will never see Tom Hennigan again after New Dawn, after what he does to him. And you saw that knife he was holding. You saw what he was holding in his hand. Boy, if you thought what Mr. Hennigan did, if you thought what he did earlier today at Final Redemption was bad, wait until you see what New Dawn has to offer. And if you are here, before we sign off, hit that follow button for me for Yoshimatsu Matsuda. Also, please hit the sub button for Wrestling Zero. And one more time, Wrestling Zero finally has its day by going into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame alongside Kona Kumian. And you will certainly be hearing much more of this in the near and distant future. And just certainly, we're shocked about some of these actions, but it was a roller coaster of an evening. This is why I'm the commissioner in Wrestling Zero, because certainly we have a lot to get to here. But Mr. Matsuda does not want us to suspend Hennigan. He doesn't want us to do anything to him. He just wants him in a way that he only knows best. He'll fight. He'll fight till he's got every last breath in him. But something tells me that this is different. He's going to get something up from above. Kumi is going to power and empower Mr. Matsuda, I think, to get the job done, certainly for the Kumi family. And thank you, everybody, here for tuning in to Sports Web Radio tonight. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice figuratively and literally with all music and wrestling matters. We'll be back here tomorrow night with producer and engineer Scott Gutierrez, who you might recognize because he was the guy that produced and engineered the last song of Tupac's life when he was alive. So we'll talk about that, plus some other stuff he's worked on. So thank you so much, everybody. Until then, please hit the sub button for us, and also hit the sub button for Wrestling Zero, because I am your commissioner there for the Thunder shows. And until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one Global Radio, the Sports Web Radio, with all music and wrestling matters. Thank you so much, everybody. Kumi, thank you for everything you've done for us. Thank you for just being a part of the wrestling community. And we will honor your vision here every year. We will honor your vision every day here on Sports by Radio. And we know you're looking down above, and you know that we have your back, and we know that Mr. Matsuda is going to fight and fight, fight, fight. The final chapter, it's about to get started. Things are about to get interesting here. Thank you, everybody. And Kumi, God bless you. And until we meet one day, and I have no doubt that you are going to give Mr. Matsuda that strength he needs to get your ashes back and to make the Kumi family and the memory continue to remain proudly of you. Thank you so much, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one Global Radio, Sports Radio, with all music around.